Is it too much to ask to have a complete accounting of the project, all line items of the project?
No, he and I are gonna work the building that. Yes, we are going to have a complete spreadsheet that shows everything.
Well, I would, and maybe it's the words you're using, John, if we believe in award a fixed price contract, all in for $172,000, other than tracking the money we're spending and where they are with progress, I'm not sure what more detail you or anyone we need to look at.
I wanna know, for example, the contract is gonna be 172.
Correct.
Okay? Then there are gonna be these other things.
Correct.
And I wanna have a line item for all those so that we can track to what the
Each.
bottom line.
Each of the four bottom lines is what you're saying.
Yeah.
You're gonna track 172, you're not gonna track plant material.
Oh, no.
No, but I would like to see a list of all the elements of the project, their proposed cost, and what this thing sums to.
When you do it, you cross the top, it's 172, less of the,
No, there's all kinds of other elements besides the 172.
according to this, there's three. Perimeter fence, pre-installation, and purchase of fixtures.
But there's,
That's all there is. 172 matches exactly what we put on the front sheet.
Plus landscaping, entrance culvert, interior painting.
No, those are
part of
included in the 20,000.
I'm sorry, interior painting,
That is,
that's the
that
question I asked.
that is going to be included with the culvert. It's a turnkey football.
Interior partitions, finishes, and framing. Is that
I
what
think,
you're talking about?
but it's called an in-house project, Ray.
This was originally written before we received that final bid, but that, there's so little painting to do, there'll be so few interior walls. This is not a big cost,
I hear you.
maybe three.
I think it's a responsible thing to do to list every item of the project and what the cost is, even if it's small. I'd like to know what this thing is gonna cost us.
That's my intent.
And there are line items you said aren't even mentioned out here.
Which,
We have site drawings performed for $7,700, and then the submittals.
Okay, so there are still line items that aren't mentioned. No problem.
I'd like to know, has anybody seen one of these party board buildings
who went to West Virginia?
that might be 3 to 5 years old, maybe 7 years
You know
old?
what, if I'm not mistaken,
Yes,
Yes.
2 doors down from you is one, isn't there?
Right around the corner from me, that gentleman built his house out of this stuff 2-3 years ago, and it looks great.
The Boyds, right?
No, I'm sorry, there are two. The Boyds have the hardy plank siding exterior. Going the other direction, a gentleman built his house out of this foam stuff. So yeah, you come over to my house and I'll point you in the direction of both construction processes, so you can see what they look like.
you can also look at both of the mailboxes, the mail stations.
Other man.
Is that hardy board?
For sure is.
I think that's nice. I've seen it
Yeah,
before.
it looks-
I mean, I
it
saw
looks
when we
great.
were looking at it, it's nice.
Yeah, looks
But
good.
I am concerned about Joe's comment of a 15-year lifetime before it has to be completely sprayed, primed, and painted. Well, why aren't we considering something like, and I hate to say it, smack in your face, but vinyl siding?
Doesn't vinyl siding still need messed with, like pressure washed and?
Well, it also has, it's susceptible to ultraviolet lights with cracking. It doesn't have a lifespan of much more than 20 years. And before you have to replace all the siding, which is infinitely more expensive than the repainting. Repainting a surface like that is not going to be very costly. It might be time consuming, but if you're done in-house, replacing all the siding to that building would be.
Just a couple comments. We know we have to have this done this year, and we've done it. I know that John was concerned with the schedule way back, and we all were. We have a schedule that will be met now. We have what appears to be a creative contractor who came in with something different that looks like it'll work. I concur that we probably need to go back out and make sure that the others won't bid on it. But I don't think at this point we gotta start tearing it apart and say, what about vinyl siding? I think if it's a fixed price bid, it's a fixed price bid. As long as we know what's in it and it's clear, plus the other things, then I don't think we have to go to further detail. In fact, We're a board of directors, we have a general manager to manage this project, and if it's contract and it's signed, then let's get out of it and get on to board business. We are not the day-to-day managers.
Other than the second RFP.
Other than the second RFP.
I make a motion, we give Ray the okay to send out an RFP
Right.
and report back at the next meeting because we're under time constraint.
By RFP, you mean give the other bidders a chance to rebid
Yes,
Yeah.
an alternate construction technique?
Only the ones that originally did, yes.
Well, Pat, to your point, I just want to poke around and make sure that the decisions we're making are the best decisions for the association.
I agree, but if we've got a fixed price for 172, and it meets what we want, what more do we need?
We need to know whether there's gonna be an expense that's ongoing to maintain it.
I understand that question, and I would agree with Ray that in 15 years, if we have to paint it, our people ought to be able to do it. Not our present staff, because they'll be retired. But I really don't think now we start out to investigate vinyl siding. I really don't. That opens up a whole new, or any other material at this point. My own comment, I'm sorry.
Ray, another question on the Cardinal Building Systems quote dated 2012. It says this quote is valid for 14 days. If we go out for another RFP, are they going to renew this quote? You have,
I have no idea.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just,
It would appear that from what you said, and I concur it makes sense, we really need to go out and get a rebid.
I
So
agree.
I would call them and say, would you extend it until whatever the date needs to be?
I'm sure it will.
And if they don't, they can re-quote it, and they'll still be compared against whoever else comes back.
Well, how will you state the RFP on that? Maybe Cardinal could come up with another type of bid too, and you should all have an opportunity.
Well, aren't you gonna go back and say, basically with the specs of what Cardinals come back, right?
Yeah, it'll be the same stuff.
Joe?
Legally, you have to, if you're changing the RFP, I do this every day, okay? I do bid work as a contractor. You need to send it out to all four, or however
That's
many,
the intention.
and rewrite your request for pricing, give the scope of work that you are requesting, and send it out to all of them with a bid date on it. They need to be in by close of day, noon, whatever it is, such and such date, and it's over and it's done.